Piazza Navona is one of the most famous squares in Rome, Italy, known for its stunning Baroque architecture and a vibrant atmosphere. The square is located in the historic center of Rome and has been a popular gathering place for locals and tourists alike for centuries. The square is known for its elongated oval shape, which is the result of being built on the site of the ancient Stadium of Domitian. The stadium was built by Emperor Titus Flavius Domitianus in 80 AD as a gift to the people of Rome and used for athletic contests in ancient times. The shape of the piazza reflects this history. The square is surrounded by charming cafes and restaurants where visitors can enjoy a meal or a drink while taking in the surroundings. Piazza Navona is home to 3 beautiful fountains. The central and the most famous one is the Fountain of 4 Rivers, designed by the renowned Baroque sculptor Gian Lorenzo Bernini. The fountain was commissioned by Pope Innocent X in 1651 as a part of the embellishment of the square. At the center of the fountain stands an ancient Egypt obelisk, originally located at the Isium, an ancient sanctuary dedicated to the Egyptian goddess Isis. Bernini incorporated this obelisk into the design of the fountain. The central obelisk is surrounded by 4 larger-than-life sculptures, each representing a major river from a different continent known at the time, the 4 river gods and their corresponding rivers. Nile, represented with the veiled head, symbolizing the unknown source of the Nile in Africa. Ganges, depicted with an oar, a symbol of the river's navigability in Asia. Danube, shown with a crown of reeds, representing the river in Europe. Rio de la Plata, depicted with a cloth over his head, representing a newly explored Americas. Each river god is surrounded by various symbolic elements, including animals and plants native to their respective regions. These details enhance the allegorical representation of the rivers. The Fountain of 4 Rivers is a masterpiece of Baroque art, and its dynamic composition and detailed sculptures showcase Bernini's skill in conveying movement and emotion in stone. The fountain remains one of the highlights of Piazza Navona and attracts visitors from around the world who come to admire its beauty and symbolism. The Fountain of Neptune is another notable fountain located in Piazza Navona. Built in 1574 by the Italian architect and sculptor Giacomo della Porta, the Fountain of Neptune is located at the northern end of Piazza Navona. While not as famous as the nearby Fountain of the 4 Rivers by Gian Lorenzo Bernini, the Fountain of Neptune is still an impressive Baroque sculpture that adds to the charm of the square. The central figure of the fountain is Neptune, the Roman god of the sea, depicted standing on a chariot pulled by seahorses and surrounded by dolphins. Neptune is shown holding a trident fighting the octopus, symbolizing his control over the sea. The fountain features several other mythological figures and sea creatures, including mermaids and cherubs, contributing to the overall maritime theme. The fountain is set in a large basin, and the water from the fountain flows into the basin. The entire composition is made of white marble. Piazza Navona is not only a beautiful and historic site, but also a vibrant public space that captures the essence of Rome's rich cultural and artistic heritage. It's a must-visit destination for those exploring the city. The Trevi Fountain is one of the most famous and iconic landmarks in Rome. It's renowned for its stunning Baroque design. Not only it is one of the most imposing, spectacular, and artistic fountains in the city, but also in the world. It is situated at the junction of three roads, or Trevi, which is how the fountain got its name. It was commissioned by Pope Clement XII in 1730. Italy's best architects, sculptors, and artists were invited to design the Trevi Fountain. The Trevi Fountain is a prime example of Baroque art and architecture, characterized by its ornate and dramatic style. The fountain is built against the back of the Palazzo Poli, and its grandeur is enhanced by the use of classical and mythological elements. Its dimensions are huge. With its 85 feet of height and 65 feet of width, the fountain covers the entire site of Piazza Poli. On the top, it rises the Pope's coat of arms and was carved by Paolo Benegiglia, while the balustrade is characterized by four statues, symbolizing the four seasons, sculpted respectively by Corsini, Ludovisi, Pincolodi, and Carollo. At the center, there's a big shell-form coach pulled by two seahorses. The two seahorses are driven by two tritons. Here it emerges from the basin, a majestic statue representing the ocean. The sculptor of the whole marble group is Pietro Bracci. On the two sides of the niches, there are two big statues of Filippo Valli, the Salubrity on the right and the Abundance on the left. Above those two sculptures, there's a bas-relief representing the legend of Agrippa, according to which the thirsty soldiers of ancient Rome have been helped by the virgins who indicated the right place where there was a source of water. A popular tradition associated with the Trevi Fountain is the tossing of a coin over the left shoulder with the right hand into the fountain. According to legend, this gesture ensures a pleasant return to Rome. The Trevi Fountain has been featured in several films. A lot of people remember this magnificent fountain from the 1960 Italian film La Dolce Vita, meaning The Sweet Life in English, where the beautiful and voluptuous Swedish actress Anita Ekberg standing in the cold water of the fountain in winter. It's a very inspiring and iconic scene in the history of film. The Trevi Fountain is not only a masterpiece of art and architecture, but also a popular and a romantic destination for locals and the tourists alike. It continues to be a symbol of Rome and a must-visit site for those exploring the city.